Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I won't this go in my ear. Whenever it is that you are watching the broadcast. Hello, 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 hello. Hey, beloved. How you doing? Hmm? Good morning. How are you? What's happening with you? What you up to? It's wonderful to be able to connect with you, to be able to say hi. How are you? Hello, hello, hello. Uh, For those of you who will be live, yes, 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 let's do it. For those of you who will hashtag it and replay it, I love it. I love it. For those of you who will be on, I don't know you on. I might not never know you on. That's cool too. And for those who will be used by Papa at some point down the road. Yes, 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 and yes. Um, I'm grateful. Either way, however you show up, whatever is the way that we engage, it works for me because I'm good. I'm good. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for being you. Oh, I got a hole in my sweater, my shirt. For being you. Thank you for being you. Thank you for showing up as you. Thank you for doing what you do, how you do it. Even if you need to make some tweaks, because we all do. We all need to tweak something a little bit, just a little bit, right? So it's all good if we need to make some tweaks. But I am grateful for you. How you show up, right? In this here arena. Thank you for showing up. So today, so all week we've been talking about in some way being favored, that we really are favored and we experience favor by, we really get to experience it by showing up as our true selves, right? That's how we experience favor, by showing up. The more we show up as our true selves, the more we experience favor. The more that we show up as masking and pretending and all of that kind of stuff, our favor is taxed, right? We don't really get to unleash the favor. Look, it ain't nothing like walking into a room and just be you. Ain't nothing like it. It ain't nothing like walking into a room and just being you. Just being you. Just doing you is nothing like that. Walk into a room and I'm not trying to be nobody but me. I'm not trying to look like nobody else. I'm not trying to sound like nobody else. I'm not trying to act like nobody else. All I want to be is me. And I want to be the best darn version of me that's possible in this season of life. The best darn version that's possible in this season of life. And I'm going to keep working at it. When I find some gaps and some shortcomings and some challenges and some issues, when I find that, I'm going to I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna deal with it. I'm gonna call it out. I'm gonna have a real conversation with myself about that thing. And so, um, so yeah, bettering our best. Today we're talking about this notion of know that you are favored. Oh, when you know you are favored, know it. Like know that you are favored and reap the benefits of that. Good morning, Brian. Good morning, sis. So good to see you. Good morning. When you know you are favored, you reap the benefits of being favored. When you know it. Do you know that? When you know that you are favored, you, beloved, reap the benefits when you know you're favored. You do. And so I am beyond super excited at the possibilities that come of knowing that we are favored, knowing it more than we knew it yesterday. I'm favored in being me. I'm favored in doing that which only I can do. I'm favored in saying that is mine to say and bringing forth to that in the earth that is mine to bring. I am favored in creating the kind of atmosphere that only I can create. I am favored in those ways. And when we know we're favored, beloved, we stop second guessing. We stop looking across the aisleway. We stop bemoaning what we don't have, what we can't have, what we won't do, what we didn't do. We just get present and grateful and pull up our, whatever. Pull ourselves together. Get yourself together. Yeah. Right. We pull ourselves together. Good morning, Dorian. Welcome. And we snap out of it. Girl, we snap out of it. We're like, oh, snap. I must have forgot who I am. I must remember that I am me. I must remember that I am me. And this me right here can do what only this me can do. So my business is to be about the business of me, making sure that I do everything it is that I am to do without apology. I mean, we're doing it in a way that don't need apology in a sense. So this is what I mean. If you're wrecking something up, then yeah, you might need to apologize, right? That kind of thing. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about oftentimes, sometimes, I don't know, right? There's a need, there feels like a need to apologize to people for you being you. If it's you being you, what's the apology for? Now, what you might need to know is that we don't work in every situation. And that's okay. That's okay. That's why there's different groups that work better together. It's okay. Like, I won't work in a situation where people are mean. It won't work for me. Where people are short, it just won't work over the long run. I mean, you can be short every now and then if something's happening, whatever, but that's just who you are. It just don't work for me to work in that situation where people are not truth tellers. It won't work for me to be in that situation. It just won't work. Because I'm going to believe what you told me. And I'm going to act accordingly. And then when I find out that it's different, I'm just like, what? It feels like Twilight Zone to me. It really does. It really does. Good morning, Tanya. Good morning. So good to see you, sis. Hey, Ray. Welcome, welcome. Yeah. So I'm not, in denial about. I don't, and I also don't work well with people who are very aggressive and dismissive of other people. It's not the atmosphere I want to be in. It's not what I prefer. I prefer love for real, y'all. This ain't what is I forget the word, but anyway, this is not a game. It's not a ploy. It's not a gimmick. It's not that. I do prefer that kind of atmosphere. And if ever I find myself in a situation where I'm not promoting or whenever, because I'm not always, right? I'll be missing the mark. I'll be like, girl, you got to go back and get that fixed. That wasn't right, Kathy. That wasn't right. That was your stuff and you need to get it fixed. And when I do, I go back and apologize. And I'll be like, look, that was my stuff. I apologize for how I showed up in that situation. Because there's a better version of me in me. And I prefer for her to show up. So I apologize. Yeah. It's a better version of me in there. That wasn't my best version right there. I apologize. And then I go on and be like, well, well, actually, I do that before I apologize. I actually figure out what the heck happened. Like, what was that? You know, I don't like not showing up right, and showing up not in a loving way. I just, it don't rest well with me. Like, it be intruding in my thoughts. My peace be hindered until I get it right. I get it right. Yeah, my peace, I'm good. Right. And so getting it right is owning it. Like recognizing what it was, owning it, and then making whatever amends I need to make. That's getting it right. So know that you are favored and reap all them benefits. I know I'm favored. I know it. I know that there is not another one of me in the entire universe, nor is there another one of you. I know that can't nobody do me like I do me. No one can do you like you do you. I know that there is something unique that I have to bring to every encounter that I'm privileged to be in, and no one can match that. There's something unique you have to bring to every encounter, and no one can match that. The situations you're privileged to be in, beloved, they're inviting you to show up as your authentic self. I know that I am blessed beyond measure and that there's giftedness in me that's unique to me. You too are blessed beyond measure, and there's giftedness in you that is unique to you. Beloved, when we yield to the better in us, to the best in us, understanding that our best will continue to evolve and grow and expand and become, but we yield to our now best. We're intentional about, flowing from the best that we have right now. It's a benefit beyond measure. Beyond measure, we benefit. And then all those who are connected to us, all those who get to experience the intentional, authentic way of being, benefit from us. There's a statement, I'm going to see if I can't find it, that came up in one of my counseling sessions yesterday. Good morning, cuz. Love and pray all is well. Sending prayers this way. Much love, cuz. Blessed we are. Yes, loving you, cousin, and much love and prayers to you too, my dear. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Yesterday was the 15th. Yeah. Yes. Yes. So you too, beloved. You too. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see. Where is the statement? Because I know I wrote it down because it was so good. Oh, here we go. Intentional authenticity leads to organic responses. Hey, Letitia. Intentional authenticity leads to organic responses. And so it's that idea that when we are intentional, beloved, intentional authenticity, it's going to lead to us just like we don't have to prepare to respond. We just show up and be. We don't have to prepare to respond. We just show up and be. Life is so much better when we do that. We just show up and be. Thank you, Tisha. Thank you. Good morning, Letitia. Good morning, Scribe. Welcome, welcome. We don't have to prepare. Like when we have an organic responses comes because we didn't prepare. I'm not saying don't be ready. If you go into a meeting and you're supposed to have some deliverables, come with those deliverables. Come with them and make sure that they are excellent, right? Make sure that you're doing an excellent job. So that stuff goes without saying. Like, we are responsible human beings. We meet our deliverables. We do what we're supposed to do. We do it in a timely manner. That's being trustworthy and dependable and responsible, a person of integrity. That goes without saying. So I'm not talking about that. But I'm saying beyond that, oftentimes what people do when we've got some emotional development to do, we then mask and pretend. And we don't show up as our authentic selves because we don't think it's enough, perhaps. We're worried about what other people have to say, perhaps. We're scared about our role and whether or not we're going to make the cut. All those kinds of things driven by fear. And so we mask and pretend and go along to be along. Stuff we don't even agree with, for real. Stuff that don't feel right to our core, for real. But we're afraid to not be, right? And so the fear, the real fear, beloved, is the fear of not being. Like, we're afraid to not be called. We're afraid to not be named. We're afraid to not be included. We're afraid to not be single, whatever. The real fear, beloved, here is to not be the you that only you can be. That's the real fear. So I'm inviting us, beloved, to be intentional, authentically intentional, right? Or intentionally authentic, so that we automatically just have organic. I don't have to conjure up my response. I don't have to go in and pick between which response is going to get me in the front. Just respond organically and let the chips fall where they may, right? Because if you don't respond organically and the chips fall, then you end up getting chosen and swept up and put into a bowl that don't work for you. You don't want to be there anyway, because you got to keep wearing the mask. But when you really just let them fall, you end up in the right party, right? You end up in the right section. You end up on the right table. Whatever the way we want to put it. You end up in a way that works for you, and then you work for it. Because all situations don't. Like, I can't. Like, I'm not like politics, that kind of stuff. That don't work for me. I don't want it. No parts of it. None. Nada. Niche. Nothing. Neo. No. Because people don't be telling the truth. They're not truth tellers. It feels like the Twilight Zone when you with people who not telling the truth. The Twilight Zone. I'm not naive, right? I get it. But alternative facts don't work for me. It just don't work. I be scratching my head like, what we doing? 1 + 1 don't equal 2 in this world. Okay. I get that. It don't equal 2. All right, then. I'm going to the world at 1 + 1 = 2, because I don't even know how to function in worlds, but 1 + 1 = anything but 2. I don't know what that means. And I'm not trying to apply people's motives. I don't know why people do what they do for their own reasons. I just know I need 1 + 1 = 2. I'm going to function in that world. So politics is not one of the worlds that I can function in, because in politics, that whole equation changes all the time, depending on who leading and who got something to gain or lose. So know that you are favored, beloved. You are favored. And God will reap them benefits of knowing that you are favored. Just lean into the fact that you are favored amongst men, amongst women. Highly favored and blessed of the Lord. And the more that we know that we are highly favored and blessed of the Lord, the more that we lean into that, the more that the more that that's our truth, that we are highly favored and blessed of the Lord. It's such delicious living. It's delightful. Can you say that with me? I am highly favored and blessed of the Lord. I am highly favored and blessed of the Lord. One more time for the Holy Ghost. I am highly favored and blessed of the Lord. Beloved, I love you. I appreciate you. I value you. And I wish wonderful blessings upon your life. At the moment that Abba gave us our breath, me and you, we forfeited. We relinquished. We gave up the right to not be amazing. You and I, we simply don't even have the right to not be amazing because we are anyway. Tomorrow, we are on live at WHPR TV Detroit. Make sure you tune in tomorrow from 11:30 to noon. Make sure you call in. I am highly favored. Thank you, sis. Thank you, sis. Make sure you call in. Okay? Call in and talk to your girl. Call in and say something. Call in and ask a question. 11:30 to noon, we will be on there live. I will be looking forward to you calling in. And don't forget to join the movement. We still got the movement going on. We still want 100 people by Christmas. All right. Love you. Bye-bye.